Greeting, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Interesting Ideas with Stan Houston, brought to you by What It Takes Radio, helping you reach your audience. Today's program, I started to put it together, then before I stepped in front of the radio microphone, which is right across the table here, I decided to walk into the video, the TV studio, and actually do the radio program for a video as well as putting it into the audio podcast. And I thought I would share it with you and perhaps with many others. Actually, the program came to me because a friend wanted to refer me to some of his friends in a special group. And so he sent me a letter and simply said, hey, Stan, do you have an elevator pitch or something like that? How could I introduce you to some of these people? And I forgot to answer him. So very gently and very kindly, he reminded me of that wonderful thing. And I'm grateful. Now, oftentimes when people say how can I give you a reference or how can I refer you, if I'm brave, and I always am, say, well, I would appreciate that, but could you make it a recommendation, not just a referral? Could you do that? And many times I simply say to people I would be grateful if you would recommend me to others. So part of the coaching I give people is don't ask for referrals, deserve recommendations. Don't ask for referrals, deserve recommendations. So what I told my friend, I said, hey, in the Thursday program, I'm going to give you my answer. So this is a little bit of an extended answer, but he's a smart and wonderful man, and he can figure out what to do. Now, oftentimes when someone asks me that, the first thing I often ask is, well, can you tell me a little bit about the person that you might be recommending me to? You see, I do thousands of things. Not all of them well, but I do a lot of things well. And I simply know that the way I could best be recommended is if I know a little bit about the person, I can make my short little pitch right for them, especially for them. And so that's oftentimes what I do. Tell me a little bit about them. And then I usually come up with a line or two that might actually have greater influence or impact or interest to what I know about that person. So that would be the first thing I would often do, as I would say, is can you tell me a little bit about the person that you would recommend me to? Now, otherwise, I oftentimes say, just tell a story. When someone would ask me, well, what do you do? I don't answer them. I say, could I tell you a story? Could I tell you a story? Now, here's a story. Hi, I'm Stan. I've been in the business of recommending and helping people decide on the things they should do in their life and business. And one of my great friends, I met her about 20 years ago, and she was just starting her business. She had $300 in the bank, and she said, could you help me be successful? Could you help me be one of those 3% that you talked about? I worked with her for probably 20 years off and on, and just recently she has retired. And as she says, I'm a A+ in retirement. And part of that happened because she sold her business for a multi-million-dollar sale. I helped her do that. And that's what I do. So I would just tell a story. Now, if you do want to pitch me down, here's a little bit about what I would say. All right? I would say, hi, my name is Stan, and I've been around a long time doing a lot of things. And here's what I'm pretty good at. I'm good at helping you become one of the 3% of the population who can truly answer the Jesus question. Yeah. One of Jesus' favorite questions was, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want me to do for you? How can I help you? He did that a lot. Now, the problem is only 3% of the population really know who they are and what they want. What I'm good at doing is helping you discover what you really want. And then perhaps to discover whether it's just a want, or maybe it's deeper. Maybe it's a need. What do you need? What do you want? Or maybe, what do you desire? That's higher. What would be something that would give you great gladness, deep gladness in your life? What do you want that would give you deep gladness? And then, if you're so inclined, what do you want to do that you know you would feel God's pleasure? What do you want to be or to do so that you could feel God's pleasure? But it all comes down to discovering what you want. And then, once we discover that, I'll seek to help give you the skills and the spiritual attitude to get what you want and then share it and serve others. That's what I do, and I hope to do it well. So I would love to hear your story and see if I could help you. There I go. I'm done. That would be my answer to the program, to the question, how can I describe you? That's me. And maybe as some of you hear this or listen to this, you'd say, well, Stan, I think I could use that help. I'd like to be one of those 3%. Like my friend said, the lady, she began because she heard me at a seminar where I talked about being one of the 3%. And she said, I want to be one. And I want my people all to be one. And 25 years later, everything has worked very well. Deep difficulties, of course, obstacles, hard decisions, risk-taking, gulping, because you're a little bit fearsome and a little bit fierce and a little bit afraid. But that's what happened. And the story goes on. So perhaps I could be helpful and useful to you. As I said, I help you become one of the 3% who can truly answer the Jesus question. What do you want? The times are tough. The times are difficult. And I'm simply trying to help you build a business and build a life so that truly that what will come to you will not only be amazing grace, but some of the good things that you really want. Thank you, my friend Bernie, for asking. And that's the answer. And thank you for taking a few minutes of this video, audio, radio program to listen. All the best and blessings to you. Take care, and bye for now.